Recording live from the Fat Joker studio, it's the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast.
Welcome to the Fat Joker studio and welcome to the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. My name is Todd, and with me, as always, are the Thor and Iron Man to my Captain America, Dave and Jere. Gentlemen? I'm going to let you guys battle out who's who.
You see, I said I was going to be more reserved this time, and then he starts
the conversation.
And now here's the conversation of who's Iron Man and who's Thor.
I feel like I'm Iron Man because I feel like you hit harder. You can bring it down the hammer, you know. Back to OG fucking Avengers.
The funny thing is, I'd just be happy either way. Like,
as long as we acknowledge that I'm Captain America.
Nah, that's a conversation for another day.
I mean, in all fairness, I'm probably more the
Squirrel Girl.
Dude. Fuck you.
Squirrel Girl.
I mean, anybody who gets mad about being called Squirrel Girl needs to leave this office.
I know Squirrel Girl is awesome.
Squirrel Girl beats anybody, hands down.
But I like Captain America.
You can like Captain America, but you said fuck you to Squirrel Girl. Okay?
Just because I wanted to be Captain America.
No.
I want to be Captain America
you're being excommunicated from the Fat Joker Studios.
I mean, fuck you, it's my apartment.
Not anymore.
And now now that our audience knows Fat Joker Studios.
They knew from last episode.
We mentioned it in the last episode.
Did we?
At some point or another. Somebody said I live here.
I need the floor for just a second.
All right, Jere needs the floor. Everybody stand up.
I want...
Go ahead.
Move.
I can't tell if that was a fat crack or not.
It wasn't. It was more like get off the floor because Jere said he needs it.
Okay.
It was not a fat comment at all.
I'm here. I just want to interject real quick and apologize for the shenanigans of what happened last week.
Agreed.
We should consider this 2 weeks because we're still going to upload the blooper episode that happened immediately after we stopped recording the episode.
I didn't think we were going to upload that, but okay.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Why not?
Okay.
That is the most chaotic shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
You are not wrong.
I feel
That
like
was great.
I feel like that would be rather entertaining just to listen to.
Might need some major editing, but I think we got that.
I don't know. Your last name may have been mentioned again. I have to double check.
Son of a bitch.
I'll go back and I'll listen to it.
Ben is obsessed with my last name.
One of you, somebody said it. I'll go back and listen, and we'll determine.
But
I can always, after we're done recording, I can play it. So we'll go ahead, continue.
I do apologize for the incidents, for the story time. I was not in my right mind.
The bombing of Shanghai.
If you want to hear more stories about the fucked up shit that has happened in my life, leave a like, comment below if you want to hear more.
The fucked up shit that happened in China.
In China, there was a lot of those too.
We will have, in the future, full episodes dedicated to story time. Just story time with anybody. Not just Jere.
What happens in China stays in China.
And YouTube.
What happens in DC stays on YouTube.
Jeff Dunham.
Thank you, my man.
So let's get into today's topic. What is today's topic, Todd?
So today's topic is going to be something a little different. We were discussing the idea of actors who have played multiple superhero characters.
Did you just sniff the microphone?
I might have.
Actors who have played.
What does this microphone smell like?
It just smells like a microphone.
You don't want to know what it smells like.
Hopes and dreams.
Why would you stick my microphone there?
Because. Anyway.
I'm down for it.
We are talking about actors who have played multiple different superhero characters, and likewise superhero characters that have been played by multiple actors. So I'm going to just give a quick example of each so that everybody knows what we're talking about. So, for example, and we'll probably go back to this, Daredevil has been played by both Ben Affleck and Charlie Cox. And then, likewise, you go to the other side of that, Chris Evans has played both the Human Torch and Captain America, as well as one of the characters in Losers, but we'll get to that later.
I feel like that's a superhero movie.
It is.
You're a superhero movie.
We will discuss all of that. So that's more what we're talking about. It's going to be just a discussion of, realistically nerdy shit, who played it better, and just an overall discussion of all things in that.
Y'all are gonna fight me over this, but I got a question. I'm gonna feel really bad. But who was the guy who played Kingpin in the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan versus the guy who plays Kingpin in the Netflix series.
I can't remember his name,
but both Kingpins.
I love him as Kingpin, though. I absolutely love him as Kingpin, and I think he would win. And I think he plays that character very, very well. That said, I liked Michael Clark Duncan, but I think he was more of a mob boss. Kingpin
is a mob boss.
I know, but something about his character as Kingpin versus the other man. And Dave, if you're looking it up, I greatly appreciate that because I cannot remember his name. But
I'm working at it. Vincent D. O.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna butcher that dude's last name.
But I think he plays the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk very, very well. Just something about him.
Like, you got to remember though, Kingpin, in and of himself, does not have any superpowers.
Right. He's just ridiculously strong.
A man.
Yeah.
But he is a physically built man.
Yes.
Everybody makes fun of him because he's fat, but he's not just fat. He is superhuman without being superhuman.
He is basically fat covering up bodybuilder.
Yeah.
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 He is fucking tough.
Like, and
I don't know who I like more in that role, to be honest. I like both of them as actors, and I think they both portrayed Kingpin rather effectively, just in very, very different ways, right? So,
while you're thinking about that, I just want to interject my thought on that. So Vincent, whatever his last name is.
Oh, something.
Yeah. The reason that I liked his version of Wilson Fisk better is he played it more. There was a lot more dramatic. There was more drama behind it.
I can agree with that.
You knew that he was troubled. You knew that he was emotionally scarred, and he used that emotion to get stronger. Whereas you didn't see that.
I tend to agree yet disagree, right? There were snap moments where his rage came out.
Yeah.
But most of the time, he was very controlled with how he reacted to people and situations, right? And then every so often, he'd encounter a problem where he just, for lack of a better way of phrasing it, and the pun basically writes itself, Hulk out.
Yeah.
Like just fucking obliterate whatever is in front of him.
Right.
That's my personal take on it. What are you doing with that plate?
Next character.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk
about... So I do have a list, but continue.
Let's talk about the 3 Spider-Men.
Okay.
Okay.
This is going to be a fun conversation. Now,
No matter
before we get
no matter
to that,
what way we play it, some group of people are not gonna like it.
I'm
all right.
here.
Well, here's my question: how do you want to approach that?
Who do you think was
Overall?
the better actor for Spider-Man? Now we can approach this in multiple ways, but that should be the first one.
Who played the better Spider-Man?
Yes,
Or Peter Parker?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
I like we can talk about the difference of Peter Parker's as well, which could be directly afterwards, but we should start with Spider-Man.
Okay.
All right. So I have my thought. I'm going to let you guys go first.
All right. I'm gonna probably say the most controversial, and say I liked Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man the best.
Okay.
Now, I will literally break down the hierarchy, and again, I know I'm gonna catch some shit for it, but it's basically Andrew Garfield as the pinnacle, right? Next up is Tom Holland, and then why am I blanking?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, yeah. My reasoning is Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland captured the sarcastic comedy aspects that is Spider-Man better, while still also having the emotional turmoil of Spider-Man very present, right? I tend to think that again, like, and you even see it in one of the newest movies. I won't spoil it, but
Look, it's been out long enough. It's
No Way Home?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no.
Have you seen it?
Yes, but it hasn't been out long enough.
It's on Blu-ray and DVD.
should I just say spoilers at this point?
Keep it a minimal spoiler, but go ahead.
Okay. But like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man has already had the issue of seeing and not being able to save the woman he loves, and it's even though it's their separate movies, but as far as ownership goes and rights go, to see that portrayed and how he's still grieving and anxious about the death of Gwen Stacy, and seeing the issue, a similar issue rise up with the new movie, No Way Home. I think it was an excellent portrayal, and I mean, I do like Tom Holland because again they went a different direction. He's a lot younger as an actor. More immature. So like a lot of that stuff, like I feel kind of comes naturally. Which, to be honest,
he has more than 3 movies.
But I mean, he does.
Yeah,
he does.
With supposedly contracted for more in the future.
I cannot wait.
Agreed. But yeah, man, Tom Holland, getting into him, like, he's an okay Peter Parker. Now I know we're not discussing that, but I think as a Spider-Man, he's up there. But I think Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man just knocks it out of the park. I'm actually really disappointed that those movies didn't do better than they did. I was actually disappointed that they didn't make a 3rd or 4th.
Well, there was in works for the 3rd Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of things came up and got pulled.
Yeah. Anyway, Jerry, what are your thoughts?
Now, even you guys might look at me and get mad at me for this, but like, it's hard for me to actually say that like which one is higher for just portraying them as Spider-Man, because they all symbolize a different part of Spider-Man's life.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland, in my opinion, was one of the perfect choices for the young beginning Spider-Man. He's immature, he's got the quips, but he's got the emotional attitude for it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that down pat.
He also has the hot aunt.
That too.
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
I love Marissa Tomei.
But it's like...
Too
Sorry.
soon.
I know.
Soon.
Well, she's still alive, just not... Anyway.
We're not talking about that.
Yes. I cried.
But it's like... He did a wonderful job portraying what Spider-Man was like in the comics when he was young, before he was an adult, while he was in high school. It was perfect. I loved it. Andrew Garfield was excellent in that bridge between adulthood and high school. Although it didn't really... There wasn't like... High school seemed more like college, because he still looked older than pretty much everybody else there.
Not wrong.
But, like, that was him transitioning from college to the real world, where he still had that quipped attitude, but the emotional traumas hit him, and now he's kind of... He's unsure. He's darker. He's a little more depressed.
There's a little bit more edge, yeah.
There's a little bit more edge to it, and that was wonderful. And then Tobey Maguire, while it did start off in high school, it was like the first 30 minutes of the first movie, and then he was in college to adult.
Yeah.
Like that there's no contest there.
Well, the second and third movie he was in college and adult.
Yeah. Well,
The first movie, it was high school, and then they graduated high school, but there wasn't...
you know what I mean.
It was like summer break, yeah.
Like,
I got you.
most of the movies, he's an adult.
Right.
Dealing with adult world problems.
Yes. He has an apartment. He's living on his own.
Douchey landlord, yeah.
He's got a douchey landlord.
Where's my money?
Like, not saying...
Rent!
You'll get your rent when you fix this goddamn door.
I don't think he said goddamn, but
Come
he said damn. I'll give you that. We don't want to upset people.
Who cares? But
Continue. Yes.
He didn't have, like, he still had some of the comedic timing, but it really wasn't there. He had so much on his plate. All he was really focused on was trying to improve himself and help as many people as possible that he could. And then the trauma one after another was kind of just grating on him, and you saw that. It was nice.
Okay.
And I loved it.
All right. So I'm going to give my opinion, and I'm going to let you know. I am going to transition right into the Peter Parker conversation after this. So I think we can all be in agreement then, based on everything that you guys have said, that, well, I don't want to use the word worst, but of the three, Tobey Maguire is not the best. It is he ranks 3 out of 3.
If I had to do the Spider-Mans, if I absolutely had to, he would be second. But yes, I get you.
Okay. My opinion,
Andrew Garfield.
So I agree with that. Yeah. For everything that you guys have said, he has the smart-ass, sarcastic, snarky, quips and the attitude, and you laughed when you needed to laugh, you cried when you needed to cry, it hit the right emotions. That said, I feel Tom Holland, that Spider-Man, did the same thing.
Can we also discuss about Venom too?
We'll get there.
Just because it's a cut and dry.
So Tom Hardy played Venom. We don't need Topher Grace as Venom ever again.
We'll talk about.
We'll circle
Venom
back
next.
to that.
Yeah.
But
sorry,
I will say, in terms of combining Spider-Man and Peter Parker, Tom Holland did it better than all of them. If you look at Spider-Man Homecoming, he took Spider-Man, he took Peter Parker, and they basically said, if you are nothing without the suit, you don't deserve the suit. So he made it known that Spider-Man and Peter Parker are the same person, just with a mask.
Yeah.
So that said, I feel personally that Tom Holland played the best Peter Parker. I believe that he was, he was the nerdy, relatively quiet, shy guy, but he still had his friends, and he still he was.
I think he conveyed that nerdy outcast, excited about building the Death Star with his best friend.
Yep.
Ned. Yeah, and like getting freaked out, and then like getting super anxious when like the girl he likes walk by. You know, like
he definitely played that nervous Peter Parker. That
like high school problems, right? Like real world, like just another guy problems.
Like shit, that guy likes MJ, so like I gotta best him because if I don't, he is gonna get the girl I love. You know, and I I think we can all in some way, shape, or form relate to that. Like I feel like maybe that's the word I'm looking for. He was the most relatable.
I'm like, since he's with that, I'm gonna bounce back this way. Basically, I agree, but I would still give my second place to Tobey Maguire.
I agree. I'm gonna jump back here.
I felt like Andrew Garfield's portrayal of the two was sort of clashing.
Agreed.
They like, even though they're not meant to meld, because the secret identity is the secret identity.
Right.
It just felt like he was too. Instead of being like the Peter Parker that I've read in comic books, I know in certain other ones he's not like this, but like the more reserved, I don't want to hurt anybody, I'm not really a showboat, but like when things happen, like accidents can happen.
Yeah.
Like it felt like Andrew Garfield went out of his way to be like, oh, I've got powers, fuck you.
Right. Andrew Garfield, I feel, was like he was like that cool guy that didn't need friends. Like he was that guy that you would see just walking down the hall, lone wolf, just bobbing his head to some music, and you don't know what he's listening to because he has like a Tupac patch on his bag as well as like Linkin Park, so you have no idea, and he just.
I think he was supposed to be more of a modern interpretation of like a high school student, right?
Agreed.
Which kind of doesn't land with the. So here's where I land with that. I think it's like kind of scripting, right? Mm-hmm. Not to bring that into like purely base it off of that, but like scripting does make a huge difference, right?
Yeah, there's no question.
And so I personally think Andrew Garfield comes in the second position for that, which it goes in against both what you guys both said. Now I do tend to look at movies a little bit differently because I can look at it and objectively break down like, okay, like what part is just bad acting and what part is just bad scripting.
Right.
And they were taking a very different direction with that film because, and I personally think it was because the first Spider-Man, like, trilogy.
No, I can see that.
And the last one ended so fucking campy.
It did.
It was just a bad film.
Can we all
don't forget.
Again, I'm not blaming the actor. I'm blaming the.
It was not Tobey Maguire's choice to do that strut down the street.
Yeah.
I mean, like, also Venom wasn't supposed to be in that movie.
Right.
Let's be absolutely fair. There was a lot of changes that were made that go against a lot of exactly what they were trying to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like because they were forced to make those changes, it ended up being a much poorer movie.
Yeah. And again, it is what it is. Like I'm willing to accept that and take that into consideration. But it doesn't change my opinion, right? Like it means I don't blame the actor, I blame the script, right? But
the writers, the director, all that,
And see, I'm going to say something nobody's going to like me for. I didn't hate Bully Maguire.
Bully Maguire?
It's the dark emo.
When he plays...
Like, when he's doing that strut.
The black-suited Spider-Man, yeah.
I didn't hate it. I liked it. My reasoning is... I have tried to... When I'm in a dark and a depressed state, and I'm just angry, I have tried to play myself off to at least try to portray, if I fake it till I make it. I have gone a little overboard in that extent to try to fake it till I make it. And that's what I see in that scene. He's lost MJ.
I challenge you to look at it slightly differently. It's not even just that he lost MJ, but he at that point was going through an emotional period where he just stopped giving a fuck, right?
Right.
And that's the way I interpret that area, and he just doesn't care about the consequences of hurting people anymore because he himself is hurting.
No, but
right?
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the attitude of going out, getting darker clothes, getting the like acting
emo.
like he's kind of a hot shot and a player.
Fucking emo.
Yeah, like
emo haircut.
I mean, he's doing the fucking hip roll,
90s.
Like the whole
bad.
Like,
yeah.
That's I'm not saying I disagree with what you're saying, but I'm saying that essential part I feel because I've tried to fake it till I make it when I'm in that dark, downright awful things. Bad things have happened to me, and I've taken it to that extreme. I'm not saying I've gone out and gotten dark clothes and started hip thrusting at people, but I'm saying like I've gone over. I've turned it to 11 to try to fake it until I prove to myself that I'm better.
Right.
Interesting.
So now,
all right. So with that thought, because we could cover this topic for the next 3 hours.
I do have one last thing I want to say.
Go ahead.
Everybody rags on the Venom movies as being bad, but and this is no hate on
the Venom movies.
A lot of people, even the Serta, even the Serta rep, even he hates them. But nobody asks him what would you rather have? And this is no hate on Topher Grace because I love him as an actor.
Yeah.
What would you rather have? The Tom Hardy Venom? Or 2 movies based off of the Topher Grace Venom?
Oh, no, I agree with you 100%.
What would you rather have? Because 100%. I'd much rather have the Tom Hardy wacky lethal protector role than the...
Lethal fucking protector.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I agree 100%. And it was... Those movies were fun. They were action-filled. There was drama. They
didn't pretend to be something they weren't. They knew what they were, and they did it.
Exactly.
And
question.
Also, let's be real. Tom is an amazing goddamn actor.
Yeah. Tom Hardy is great.
He's one of my favorite actors in Hollywood.
Yeah.
To be completely honest.
All right, so I'm gonna switch ways a little bit. We're gonna switch universes as well.
Ooh.
We're gonna go back.
I knew you were gonna go. You're going DC?
Yes.
Don't tell me you're bringing.
We're
Batman.
not talking Batman.
Okay, good.
I don't have it in me to talk Batman. That is a full. That is a full night thing.
Yeah.
That is a debate. We need multiple people. We need more people in for this conversation for Batman.
We need to have people that know.
However, with that in mind, I'm going to bring up something, and I think it's going to be an interesting conversation. Joker.
Oh.
All right?
Fuck.
So I'm going to go through the different Jokers, and I got into an argument with my brother about this because he was of the belief we needed to include Mark Hamill. However, hold on. In the things we've been talking about, I have not included animated. Because if that were the case, we would then have to go back and start talking about Spider-Man, the animated Spider-Man.
There's like
not
so many.
true.
There's so many different animated versions of Spider-Man.
We can
Because
talk
then you
about,
also have to talk about Miles Morales.
Actually, I was going to bring that up. Like, no, you can talk about Mark Hamill.
So then, by
No, but
that
you don't
logic,
have to bring up those guys.
Mark Hamill is the best. Hands down. I say that. So, which is why I want to leave Mark Hamill out of it.
Now,
Which
but
is
like,
exactly the same reason we told Ben when we have the discussion about Batmobiles, the Tumbler cannot automatically win.
But I don't think the Tumbler automatically wins.
I agree with you. But
Like,
that's the case.
it's
The
the
Tumbler
most-
cannot automatically win.
Like, listen.
That is the fucking Tumblr.
So
I feel
Chappie
the-
cannot automatically fucking win.
He's obsessed with Chappie.
I know.
Okay?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but he's obsessed with Chappie. Like, I can't remember a day that we didn't talk about Chappie for a while.
I know.
Ben, I love you.
We love you, Ben.
If
but
you're listening to this, I love you to death.
you got to back off
love
Chappie
fucking
stick a
Chappie.
little bit.
To be fair, we haven't talked about Chappie in a while. But, like, I feel the same way about Jokers that I do about fucking Spider-Man. Like, there are different types of Jokers, especially if anybody knows comic books, that I'm talking to the audience. The three Joker story. That was a lot of people didn't like it. I loved it because it made sense. Like,
Okay.
do you know about the three Jokers?
I'm not overly familiar, to be very honest.
There was a point in time where Batman got the Mobius chair.
Okay.
Essentially, for those who do not know the Mobius chair, it is a chair that gives the person sitting in it pretty much like the infinite knowledge of the universe. Mm-hmm. Batman asked one question while in the Mobius chair.
Okay.
Who is the Joker? And the Mobius chair responded with, basically, which one? The Jokers have had three personalities.
Well,
The anarchist, the comedian,
Yep.
and then the psychopath.
right.
And, like, I really hate saying it like this. Heath Ledger was
Yep.
the amazing anarchist.
Yes.
Yes.
He had the comedic timing, but that comedic timing was almost always followed up by the just downright fucking insane.
Yes.
Yep.
Mark Hamill is the excellent mastermind Joker.
Agreed.
He's got the know-how. He's got the presence. Yes, it's not. He's following, like, everybody's following a script. It's not actually his person that's doing it, but you can tell through the voice he knows what he's doing.
Hello, Betty. Sorry, I won't do that again.
No, it's all good. I didn't hate it.
I thought Jere was like, don't ever fucking do that
No.
again.
I'm not one of those guys. Don't ever do it again. No. And as much as people give Jared Leto shit for being a terrible Joker, I don't like the laugh.
The laugh
And I
was
don't
terrible.
like most of the aesthetic.
I'm sorry. Talk about the aesthetic. The Joker should not have a grill.
He should not.
He should not have a grill.
With some of the choices that they made, it was dumb. But
Yes.
the acting was very psychopath mob boss.
Yes.
And I was
Yes.
down for the personality. Like, just like, and like, I don't know how people feel about this scene, but the scene where Harley's dancing on the pole and the mob boss is looking at her, and like, and Joker turns around and he's like, "Oh, you like my girl? You want my girl? Oh no, come on, go ahead, take her. It's okay." And he's like, "No, I don't disrespect." He's like, "No, it's okay, take her. Go ahead, do it."
Right.
There was a big dick move.
Yeah.
And it was like that. It's that big dick psychopath energy.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
I
He was
agree with that.
insane. I hate the aesthetic.
Agreed.
If you would have done a regular Joker, or even like a dumbed down, lighter Joker,
Yes.
like,
I also feel like he was really missing the mark by not having any purple at all.
He had the purple Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
He had the purple Lamborghini.
But, like...
Just saying.
They would have changed his characteristics and maybe made it a bit more, like... You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
No.
Like, just like, a bit darker and a bit more serious.
Yeah.
Like, keep the comedic timing.
Serious.
Keep the I'm absolutely insane and will just do anything for in the blink of an eye reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yep.
And I think Jared Leto would still would do very well in that type of role.
Right.
But because of what happened, people will never give him another chance.
No.
To be fair though, like my favorite is actually Heath Ledger. Unless we're including the video games.
Oh,
Yeah.
you see me, Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill in the video games, I feel like he just dialed it up.
Yeah.
Because again, we have the ability to create a darker story.
I mean, if you look at it, sorry, Dave. If you look at it, Mark Hamill, and I'd have to go and check this, so do not quote me on the stat. I think
he's been the Joker longer.
Oh, I mean, I know he's been the Joker
longer than
he's been the
else.
Joker longer. I'm wondering if he is the only person to consistently play the same character longer than anybody.
Homer Simpson.
I mean, that would be Homer, all the Simpsons. I'd be wondering, the longevity of that. You're not
we
wrong.
get the point, though. It's
Yeah.
like he's been doing it a very long time,
Yes.
and he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
But back to what I was gonna say.
Yep.
Like, just I still even remember the scene that Joker Heath Ledger's Joker comes into Bruce's party and crashing it and fucking the sheer what the fuck.
Do you know how I got these scars?
Yep. And each time he goes over the
different story.
It's a completely different story.
Yes.
But going back to that party, even most of the cast didn't even know he was going to be in that scene. So
Yeah.
that was actual fear and shit. I like that shit. I think that makes for an excellent movie and an excellent portrayal of that kind of character. That
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
So,
but again, I don't think Jared Leto was horrible. I think
I just want to find whoever thought it was a good idea to
get
dress him up like that.
I agree.
And just punch them in the
to
testicles.
make him the party boy douchebag.
Like
I don't even know how I would really even describe that level of Joker, because he has aspects of it, but he's got
And the worst part about it is you know that part where he puts his hand over his mouth with the tattoo.
Yeah.
I didn't hate that. I liked that. Tattoo.
I
fucking love
But
that.
the laugh, if he would have had the Joker laugh,
Right.
the
Yes.
the Joker
maniacal
laugh, that would have been like, oh shit, that's nice.
Yes.
But that
Also,
God, it gives me
Joaquin Phoenix.
I was going to say there are two that we have, three actually that we have not mentioned. Joaquin is one of them.
You're gonna hate me. I haven't seen Joker yet.
Oh, Jerry, you and I
don't
are going to
care
fight.
about spoilers. I don't care.
No.
But from what I've seen
will
in
not spoil.
analyses and and clips and theories, I think he was an amazing beginning Joker.
Yes.
Yeah.
That said,
and again, it was it was more of a story of his transition into madness.
yes,
Which again, I really like.
his psyche breaking.
His psyche, everything he thought he knew, is turning into it's just being ripped out from under him.
Yes.
And the whole story of that movie is like basically the idea of we're one bad day, like a few bad days away from losing our shit and like total and complete chaos.
Yes.
And again, I like that story. I don't necessarily agree, but again, I think he played an amazing. The dude fucking lost hundreds, like
he got shredded. He got shredded and then looked anorexic.
Yeah,
and that was the point.
Yeah, he looked very sickly.
Yes,
like the sheer fact that he put his body through that transition.
But he is a method actor.
Yeah,
by any definition.
Yeah.
Now, who next?
I just think he needed to be at least mentioned just because.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
I believe he should be on the list.
I think he should be probably tier 2.
Yeah, he belongs
two
up there.
2 or 3.
He's above Jared Leto, but he's below Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure even Cesar Romero is going to be above Jared Leto.
That's what I was going to get to next. You had Cesar Romero. Look, Cesar Romero was the original. Any way you want to cut it. He defined, he set the bar for what it meant to be Joker. He was the clown prince of crime. He was the jokester, but also a little bit of the psychopath. But being that it was the 60s, you couldn't really have the psychotic in there. He was the clown prince of crime. There's no question.
No, I think it was good.
One person that I don't think that we have not mentioned yet, and I think this is a key component to Jared Leto's character, is the Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Okay? You go and you look at, first of all, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Mm-hmm.
That is one of my all-time favorite lines from any movie ever created. Okay? Amazing, amazing line. That said, I believe the Jared Leto Joker was a combination of the Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. Like, it was some bastardized combination that got smacked with a Jersey Shore, dick. You threw the tattoos and the grill and the this, that, and the third, and give him a Lamborghini.
Something I want to say is, like, a lot of times when it's Batman versus Joker, you can see why the Joker is such a formidable foe for Batman.
Yes.
In the fucking, like, the Ben Affleck verse of Batman, I don't see how Jared Leto would have been like that much of a devastating villain for him.
No, not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Like, Deadshot was more of a threat than what I saw from Joker.
Yes, Harley Quinn was more of a threat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't see that at all.
Well, again, also, we have to take into consideration that he was just a walking part.
I was just going to say the same thing. He was he was an afterthought character.
Yeah. I feel like he wasn't even meant to really be in that movie other than to convey Harley's backstory.
Right.
In more detail.
That makes sense.
It makes me question if they had ever done a Batfleck movie, and yes, I said Batfleck, if they had ever done a Batfleck movie with the Jared Leto Joker, how would that have done? Now, granted, I'm not a big fan of Batfleck.
It would have been Batfleck just beating the shit out of a grilled Jared Leto for 3 hours.
Yes.
I still would have paid to watch it.
I would have paid to watch it, but
I feel like that would be like Batman punching Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
Well, okay. Yeah, you guys ever watch
Edward Norton's character?
Yes. You don't know where I've been, man. You don't know where I've been.
You guys ever see Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
You ever seen the episode with Batman just beating the shit out of Joker, punching him in the face?
Yeah.
And, like, he stops, shakes his fist, and just keeps punching, and then he's just like, whoa, wait. One more punch and would kill you. and said, "I won't kill you." And then it's just like the Joker's just like, "And knowing that you won't kill me means I'll go to jail, I'll break out and do it again, I'll win." And and that's what I see the movie being. It's just like 30 minutes of build up, some type of crime. Batman comes in, beats the crap out of everybody.
Right.
Joker puts up a 10-minute fight, if that, and then just stop, shakes fist, switches hands. I want one more punch and that would kill you, but I won't kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But, all right, ready to keep moving?
Yeah.
All right. So I said I was going to go back to the Marvel universe, one of the Marvel universes. I want to have this. I feel like this is going to be an interesting discussion. So I have to say it. What do you want me to say?
Just say what you're gonna say.
Did you want me to say Hulk?
I did.
I'm not saying Hulk.
Oh.
We can get to it,
Okay.
but not yet.
That's gonna be a fun one.
I want to talk about Magneto / Eric Lenscher and Professor Xavier.
I think.
Okay, hold on. I want to remind everybody who the actors were. Okay. So,
McAvoy and Stewart.
well, fucking wait. Anyway. So, Magneto was played by Ian McKellen.
Fuck you think you're talking to?
Magneto / Eric Lenscher was played by Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender. And Professor Charles Xavier is played by Patrick Stewart and James McAvoy. Now, Jerry, as you were saying.
The moment's gone.
Okay, Dave, thoughts?
I gravitate to more of the edge, right?
Okay.
Like more real. I like the younger version of Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
It seems more realistic to me. I like a character, and to be honest, this is why I like Marvel better, is they build better
Agreed.
character backgrounds and developments.
Mm-hmm.
I think again, you get like a very brief synapse in the very first X-Men movie, but when you get into the stuff from like First Class and like how he's hunting down the people that fucking ran his
Concentration camp. And killed his family, yep.
And he's still using the same fucking coin.
Yep.
Like,
there's no question.
It's just a solid fucking story. And then the idea of going further in that story development, that he's trying to, every time he tries to have a taste of happiness and give up his quest for vengeance and like perpetuating hate and anger and rage, every time it comes back and society or the world fucking snaps at him.
Yeah.
When all he's trying to do is good, right? Like he saved that dude in the fucking steel mill and just like he could have very easily just let him die.
Yeah.
But instead, because he saved him,
everybody came after his family.
Every bit of happiness that he built for himself in that moment was destroyed because he cared.
Right. And
that is why I think that is the. And again, I think the other actor does an amazing job.
So now,
again, I think it's script.
So here's the thing, and it goes right back to our Spider-Man Peter Parker conversation. You're talking Magneto versus Eric Lenscher. I think Michael Fassbender plays a better Eric Lenscher, whereas Ian McKellen plays a better Magneto. He plays that villain that wants to get rid of humans versus mutants. I think he plays that so well.
Yeah. The problem for me with this is, like, with both actors, they're playing two different parts of Magneto's life.
Agreed.
From the original movies, this is the older, grizzled. I've tried to be happy. I've tried to look at this a different way, and I've been proven time and again that this is what I'm doing is right.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm doing this.
This is the course that the universe has set me on, and I've just fully embraced it.
Yes, and you can't stop me. Whatever you throw at me,
I don't care, friend or foe.
Yeah.
I will.
But then the newer movies, he has, like, it's great because you see it from I like this for a school for the gifted, where I can train with my powers, but also help other people like me come to grips with what they have and control it.
Right.
And you watch him evolve slowly over movies into I'm starting to see now that my actions are justified. It's time to be the older grizzled man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, solid character. And honestly, I think combining the two is where you get the most out of it, right? I don't think, like, I like the edgier, younger Magneto, just because.
Well, because you're an edgelord.
I am. I'm an asshole.
Ooh, don't cut yourself on the edge.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with it.
That said,
but when you combine the two, you get a better story because you have the backstory on why he is like he is. I think the newer movies, I think, were better in general, but
now on the flip side,
yep.
I feel the same way for Charles Xavier, but less.
Okay.
McAvoy was a great beginning.
Agreed.
Xavier.
Agreed.
Like it showed like I want to do good. We can do good. Like this is what like you know what I'm saying.
He was a little bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
In the beginning, like there's no question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in first class they showed like he was hitting on co-eds and he was getting drunk left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Like he was a bit of an asshole.
Character flaws.
I liked that though.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying Patrick Stewart is not the greatest old Xavier.
Oh, he absolutely.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he's just too far into the dad role.
Yes.
My name is Charles Xavier. I run a school for the
Welcome, Logan.
the gifted. Like
Welcome, Logan.
He's the dad.
Yes.
He is a quintessential comic book.
Yes.
I am the dad.
Yes.
But that's not all to Charles Xavier. He has faults. And though you can see little bits of faults, he's kind of too dad.
He's too clean.
He's too clean.
Yeah.
Like, if you've seen, like, if you guys know anything about the beginning X-Men.
Yep.
Like, he sent the first team basically to their fucking deaths.
Yes, he did.
And then just went, oh, that didn't work out. Next team.
Yep.
I don't see Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier going,
No.
Nah, next team. Send in the reinforcements.
Right.
But sir, the first team died. Yeah, send them. That was that.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah. I sent waves and waves of my own men at them.
Yep.
Like he had Charles Xavier in the comic books has those flaws, and for some reason, and if I'm wrong, like don't hate me over it. I'm not claiming to be some kind of comic book god, but I have read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He just Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier's just the dad Xavier.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I love it.
So go ahead. Let me not cut you off. All right. So I'm gonna throw in something that we haven't discussed about this. All right. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and then James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender. All 4 characters, the 2 duos, played perfectly off of each other. Both sides of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Played perfectly off of each other.
Yeah. Very, yes.
Yes. And I love it.
I think if you changed any one of those actors, those movies would not have done.
Agreed.
No, absolutely. Like, remember that scene in I believe it was the first X-Men movie, where Magneto turns takes every police's gun, spins it around, and says, "Charles, I know you're here. If you're not here, I guess you can't stop me from killing everybody."
I can't stop all the bullets, Charles.
Yeah.
And then
Or you can't stop. Sorry.
And then he fires, and then all you see is just the bullet stop right before hitting.
Spinning.
And it's spinning, and that just that was great.
Oh, I loved that. I absolutely loved that.
Because he like Patrick Stewart Charles was just like, "Oh, this isn't good. Oh, this isn't good."
Right.
And stop.
Right.
And it was wonderful.
Because you could see in his mind where he's like, fuck, 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 fuck. And like you could see it.
Yeah.
And you knew that it was there.
Oh.
And so.
Not to mention Logan. And Logan. Oh my God! Just how he's deteriorating because he's older. He's in his ages. He is losing his goddamn mind.
All right.
We didn't. Yeah.
We're not diving into that at the moment, but he played that perfectly.
I mean,
But
I think we could.
No, let's move on.
We can, but I would have to. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up big major plot holes that never get discussed.
Don't.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, we're not getting into plot hole. Our topic's not plot holes today.
Right. So we could do that another day. We will discuss all about plot holes. That said,
so many plot holes.
I want to talk about an actor that has played multiple characters, multiple different characters. Okay. Let's see who we're going to do. Here we go. Because I think this guy played both characters extremely well. Josh Brolin.
Yes.
All right. For those who don't know, he played Cable in Deadpool 2, and he played Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame.
He played both of them extremely well. Mm-hmm. Like Cable, while not being that hyper roided out character you see from the comic books,
right,
he did it so well.
Yes.
Can I just convey one thing with Thanos?
Yeah.
I feel like they missed a major opportunity.
Thanos?
Yeah, Thanos. Whatever. I don't fucking care.
Thanos.
Continue.
Thanos.
Continue.
Whatever.
Thanos. I don't.
Yeah, I don't care. Anyway, regardless, the idea that a missed opportunity was made by not incorporating death itself in
Deadpool.
No, in
the
any of the
Avengers, yeah.
Well, did you guys hear about that theory? Whether it's true or not, like Thanos Thanos was right. That's the theory, because of the events of Eternals. Basically, his world died because it got overpopulated, and it's not because they ran out of resources. It's because they awoken the Celestial that was born inside of it.
Right.
So that's why Thanos was gathering the Infinity Gauntlets to cut the population of the universe in half to prevent the birth of the Celestials. Thenceforth killing everybody.
Ergo, making him a pseudo hero.
Yeah, I like that theory. I'm not saying it's real. It's true. I'm not saying it's not true. I like the theory though.
Ooh.
Steven, I apologize that you are not on this episode.
Oh God, Steven should have been here.
Yeah, this is something you should have been here for. However. Whatever.
To suck.
Sucks to suck. Anyway, yes. You'll be on for another time. We'll discuss plot holes and we'll come back to this and all that fun stuff.
Plot holes and theories. I like that.
Plot holes and theories. I like that. That should be fun.
That might have to be a 2-parter.
That will absolutely be a 2 or 3-parter. Yes.
Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.
But no, so I think we're in agreement. Josh Brolin played both characters extremely well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
cool. Move on then.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
All right.
He also played a very good Jonah Hex.
Until they brought the supernatural powers out of him.
I mean,
I
I think I've
agree.
only seen that Jonah Hex once.
Can I just throw out that the fact that he has a fucking Belgian Malinois brought me so much joy.
You and that Belgian, that is like
It's a pinnacle dog, man.
that's one of your go-tos. That and the King Corso or whatever it is.
Icona Corso
Okay.
is an amazing dog. I used to have one.
Okay, I got nothing against it. I'm just saying.
Dogs.
Wonderful.
Anyway, all right.
We're a dog-friendly podcast.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
I have
switch.
an animal-friendly podcast.
Fair enough.
I love cats. I know
I'm
you're
allergic.
allergic. I have two. I used to have 3.
Anyway,
I could make a Chinese joke.
please don't.
Remember,
Chinese
I
food.
have a Pepsi.
Chinese
I
food
have
joke.
a Dr. Pooper bottle.
All right. Anyway, it's Mr. Pibb.
That's not.
Dr. Pooper.
Okay. Anyway,
Don't you dare mix up Mr. Pibb and Dr.
I
Pooper.
know. Anyway, so I'm gonna switch actors now, and I'm gonna mention his 3 characters that he played.
Are you going Chris Evans?
All right, I'm going to switch up actors now, and we're going to discuss the 2 characters that he played. Green Lantern and Deadpool.
Of course, Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to talk Chris Evans, and then you took my thunder away from me. So,
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck.
well, so I switched it up. So we're
So
talking
I-
Ryan Reynolds.
I love when Chris Evans was younger. He did a fantastic
Yeah.
Human Torch.
Yeah.
It was campy, but it was like it was the
It was
arrogant.
just enough humor.
was the
Green
arrogant
Lantern
Playboy.
was... See, here's the thing. I can just mute both of you, and I think Green Lantern...
I'm not going to stop talking about it.
That's fine.
Even if he's muted me.
No, I want to talk about Chris Evans as Captain America and Jensen and Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm or whatever.
Human
So,
Torch, Johnny Storm.
yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
So,
Let's also talk about how the fan force stick is terrible.
which one?
Fan force stick.
Which one?
I thought there was only one fan force stick. There's Fantastic Four. There's Fantastic Four 2: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then there's the fan force stick.
Oh, okay. That's the one with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
It's because it's literally fan force stick. It's Fantastic Four, but the 4 is right in the fucking middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to go back. I never heard that.
Boy,
You know
Neither
what?
did I. To be
Boys.
honest.
You gotta. Anyway, I don't have that one anyway. So, but okay.
I don't blame you. It wasn't
Yeah.
very good.
No.
It wasn't good. It
No.
wasn't. Although I love the Ultimate Universe. I love how freaking Mr. Fantastic becomes I think his name's the Tinkerer. He's excellent. The movie was bad.
You guys need to see Doctor Strange 2.
I'm aware.
You need to.
Well, then
That's all I'm saying.
I shouldn't have come today. I could have just gone seen the movie.
I will go tonight. Let's go. You guys won't be able to stay awake.
It's nearly 9:30.
You're not wrong.
I've got a deposit to take tomorrow.
Why are we discussing work right now?
Because it's like looking fucking thing tomorrow.
I gotta work tomorrow too.
Yes, those are fucking has a deposit.
Bitches, please. I don't want to fucking hear anything
If
from
you
either one.
if you rub this in one more time, that you work 6-7 days a week of your own fucking choice, you don't get to rub that in.
Oh, I definitely do.
No, you don't, because you made
He's
that
about
choice.
to shove a Dr. Pepper bottle up your ass sideways.
in the dick hole.
Damn.
I'm gonna sound you with this Dr. Pepper 2-liter.
Jesus.
So Chris Evans, huh?
I work 7 days a week. I made the choice to work 7 days a week. Didn't have to, but I did.
Actually, I kind of.
Hey, you're the semantics.
Anyway,
I
Chris
love that.
Evans.
Yeah.
Can we acknowledge first of all that I don't think any other actor could have played Steven Rogers?
He really does have America's ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like
No homo, by the way.
all the homo or no homo.
Oh my God.
There is no in between.
All the homo or none of the homo.
Listen, I don't think he was an incredible Captain America. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anybody could have played him better. But there were just parts that were just like...
I feel like the only argument that you can make there is the first movie when he's actually being portrayed going into...
No, I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Where are you going?
It's just there were parts I wouldn't even be able to like point out one thing because I haven't seen them in a while. But there were parts that made me feel just like
Feel that tingly
he's a
in
little
your pants.
he's a little too this, he's a little too that.
Too much of a Boy Scout?
Maybe.
Language.
No, I liked Language. Language was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was from Age of Ultron.
But like Steve Rogers, like Captain America, like I get because he's sort of still fresh out the box.
Can we pause for 30, not even 30 seconds, and just acknowledge when I said language, Dave looked at me like, who the fuck said something? What?
And not for anything, I was like, really?
I know.
My brain was like, go
Dave-
fuck yourself.
Dave absolutely looked at me like, nobody cursed. What the fuck?
Fuck you.
Anyway, continue. I love that. That was great. Continue.
I forgot.
Sorry,
about that.
Jerry.
No. I just lost my train of thought. It's all good.
You were
He
talking
was
about
too much of a Boy Scout.
Yeah, it's like in the comic books, while he was a Boy Scout, it just
He
felt like
also was able to fucking kill. He was a soldier first.
it just seems like even though he's still a soldier in the movies, he's like the nice soldier.
Yeah.
Where Captain
The
America
good-
was the
good
realist soldier.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm a realist. War is war. We do not
People
search
die,
war,
yeah.
but war is war.
there's always going to be war.
Captain America, Chris Evans was like, we should avoid this war.
Right.
I'm a very nice man. I'm not saying Captain America wasn't nice in the comic books. It just seems like he's more
He
so
dialed it up a
in the
little bit.
MCU.
I think also
He's like
you
the
have to
teddy
take
bear Captain America.
I also think you have to take into consideration. I feel like he has a little bit more tailored to him because of how funny he is.
yeah, I get that.
I think you also have to look at Steve Rogers in the MCU / Captain America in the MCU. You know, he wanted so, and this is Captain America as in the comics too. He wanted so bad to be a soldier.
Yeah.
Like that's what he wanted. He wanted to fight for this country. He wanted to be a soldier. So I think that as he continues in the MCU, he wants
I
so bad to be a
disagree-
soldier.
I disagree with that to a certain extent because it's not necessarily about him being a soldier. It is about him doing what he thinks is morally and ethically right.
But-
it's more
and
about
with-
it's more about the idea, and it's actually a line in one of the movies. I don't actually want to fight anyone. I just don't like bullies. I think it was in the first one. The first Avenger.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You might be right. I have to go back and look.
Yeah.
But, you know, just, I think the two, however, go hand in hand. Like, he wants to do what's morally right, but I think the way he views it is the only way that he can do what's morally right is by being a soldier. And I think
the
it's like a
development through-
conundrum that he goes through.
Agree, and it really depends on which movie you're looking at. I mean, because as his story arc progresses, he becomes and more conscious of how
Say that 5 times fast.
conscious.
Conscience, cautious, I can't even say it. Conscience, conscious.
Conscious.
I couldn't say it once.
How things are getting done. Perfect example is what was it? The Winter Soldier, right? That was where he really hammered down like, oh shit, like this is not what I thought it was. This is, I have to take responsibility for my part I played in this, and I have to shut this shit down. Then you also see it again with the Sokovia Accords, and again the longer his story arc progresses, the more you see him lose aspects of his suit, right?
Yeah.
His star. He's no longer Captain America. He is Steve Rogers.
Right.
When he introduces himself to Groot, when Thor comes back with his new hammer.
Yeah.
That's why he goes with Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Rogers.
And then, I can see that.
Right, like
I see that.
And again, he's also doing it more because America doesn't stand for what he thought it did by that point in time.
See, as soon as you started saying that, I thought back to the lyric from Anarchy Burger.
By the Vandal.
Yeah, America stands for freedom, but if you think for free, try walking into a deli and urinating on the cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a great line. Such a great lyric. So good. But
I wouldn't know that song without
Triple X.
Yeah.
Such another good movie we'll get into another day.
Yeah.
But so we've been going at it now for a little over an hour. Say we cover one more and wrap this up.
Let's talk about Hulk.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Now, I have an interesting tidbit. I don't know if you guys know about this.
I'm going to step back on this one.
Edward Norton was not the original pick to play Bruce Banner. Do you want to know who was?
So,
if you say Eric Bana, I'm going to throw something.
Mark Ruffalo.
To play in The Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You want to know why he wasn't chosen? Because at the time, he was not more well known.
yeah.
I can see that. I mean,
to be honest, I wasn't really aware of Mark Ruffalo until Avengers.
I was aware of Mark Ruffalo.
I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't.
But you're way more into the movie scene than
But imagine having Mark Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk.
See,
we could have kept the big ass Berserker. Not Captain America. Fuck, Incredible Hulk.
I'll be very honest.
I kind of like I like both of the Hulks for different reasons.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the Mark Ruffalo Hulk, he's more monstrous, right? He almost seems, again, he's not human proportionate, right? Whereas, what are you looking at me like?
Are you sure you're talking about the right movie?
Yeah, Avengers. Hulk, yeah. Mark Ruffalo, yeah. Puny God, yeah.
Have you seen the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah. Do you know what his design was based off of?
Go ahead.
A fucking linebacker. That's it. And special effects.
Monstrous. Okay, not saying that
Dude, don't get me wrong.
Mark
as far
Ruffalo,
as a linebacker's physical physique is incredible, but it's again, it's very humanistic, right?
my whole point is the Incredible Hulk is 3 to 4 times bigger than Edward Norton. The Incredible Hulk of Mark Ruffalo is barely twice the height and 2.5 to 3 times the width.
That's fine.
He's smaller. He's punier. Hulk is fucking massive.
Why do we need him to be massive? I personally think that don't get me wrong. You're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Hold on.
Where's the Dr. Pepper bottle?
Hold the fucking phone.
We're gonna have a live fucking enema in a second.
Hold the phone. What is more ridiculous than having a smaller version of the Hulk that is the same has the same fucking power dynamics. Like, he doesn't need to be fucking bigger. I said it. And with a bigger Hulk, can you imagine that version of the Hulk with fucking glasses?
Yes.
Fuck you. No.
The problem is, have you ever read Professor Hulk?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
So you've seen massive ass Hulk with glasses.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I don't think he is that fucking big.
I'm sitting up for this bullshit.
I think he is Mark Ruffalo Hulk big at best.
This is why I stepped away from this conversation. I'm just going to continue to sit back, let these two fight it out.
Hulk is big ass motherfucker, and yes, I'm not gonna say that his size hasn't fucking changed throughout the comic books, but like the idea of the Hulk is to be that massive beast, and in the first Avengers movie, I'm not saying he wasn't like a beast. Mm-hmm. I heard that.
What? Nothing
Fuck off. Fuck off, Todd, unless you're going to enter this ring. Guess you're going to enter this ring now.
I'm muted. There, one more time. Nah. There we go.
Can we just beat his ass now on recording?
Sure.
Thank you.
Jesus.
That was picked up by the microphone. Sweet baby Jesus.
Are you okay?
We're gonna stop and take Jerry to the hospital now.
Oh.
Jesus, that was his neck. That cracking noise, that was his neck.
You win.
Jesus.
My whole point is, like, well, yes, there is...
Beat him with a microphone.
I'm about to just beat him
with a microphone.
Will you stop with the ding, ding, ding?
No.
Because, like...
I stopped. Go ahead.
Like, you're putting it... You're playing it at the most inappropriate,
I wanted to play it.
time.
I wanted to play it sooner, and it just didn't work out that way. But
You
continue.
did it like 5 or 6 times.
It's because I kept forgetting that my microphone was muted.
That sounds like...
Sounds like a you problem.
I know, which is why I had to make it a your problem. Continue, please.
Just show something that's gonna be your problem in a second. No, but it's
Each other.
go on.
I was just gonna say I love you, Jerry.
Yeah, you fucking
That's
better.
exactly what I was gonna say.
It's my whole point is like,
Thing twice.
while there is the Hulk that is, especially in the latest, the Immortal Hulk, there is that there is that like child, like very sullen, sad crybaby Hulk. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I hate what they did to the Hulk. Like the first movie did it well. I think he should have been bigger. I'm not gonna.
Which movie are you
wait,
The
referring to?
Avengers.
The Avengers, okay.
I like.
Okay.
I like because
As long as you're not talking about Hulk with Eric Bana, because that one.
I liked Hulk. I did not say I like the Avengers movie. So much better. But as a standalone Hulk movie, I didn't hate it. I hate how they made his dad the absorbing man. I fucking hate that they made Hulk Poodle.
The poodle was the only one that I had a problem with. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
But like he grew into proportion to taking damage and the more angry he got. Mm-hmm. That is a known thing.
Yeah.
Like he was the angry beast that really just wanted to be left alone.
The Dr. Jackal and Mr. Hyde.
Yes.
Thing. Yeah, I get it.
That was a great... I'm not saying it was phenomenal. Mark Ruffalo was the better Dr. Banner.
Yes.
Edward Norton was he's kind of just there.
Yeah.
I liked the Incredible Hulk from that.
And again, like I think that one tends to be number 2 for me. I don't like.
So hold on, I just want to
Eric
make
Bana
sure
Hulk.
I can do a quick summation here of what Jerry's saying. So you like Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner
Oh, I loved it.
and Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
So if you had Bruce Banner, if you had Mark Ruffalo with the Incredible Hulk,
Yeah, it would have been phenomenal.
It would have been okay.
Like, I also hate what they did with, like, Avengers 1. Good. It was like he was smarter than average, which is good. You can have that. But it was just, hey, Hulk, fuck them up. And he was like, I'm gonna fuck you up, and then did it. And he was that raging berserker.
Hulk smash.
Avengers 2, more of the same.
Yep.
And it was wonderful. A little more tempered. You know, he started showing a bit of emotion.
My favorite thing from that was when Wanda got in his head. I loved that.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep,
Yep.
go to sleep, go to sleep. Puh. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
That was best fight scene ever.
Yeah.
And that's what one of the things that I kind of gravitate to is Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is portrayed so much better than throughout movie wise than of the other two, right? Maybe the effects we can agree to disagree as far as as long as
The effects were more realistic for the Avengers movies.
exactly
Like the effects are not the problem.
I agree.
Like I'm really just they went from mindless beast to showing to introducing emotion and a deeper layer, and then they went Thor Ragnarok. I'm just a fucking I'm just like I'm the child of childs, and I don't mind childs of childs. But, like, when that overpowers the carrot, like, Hulk is known for Hulk and destroying, and then it goes to, I'm a child.
I think they missed the biggest fucking and one of the best story arcs of Hulk in that space.
I just hate how
Fucking
they...
World War
Yeah, they
Hulk.
fucked that so badly.
Now, here's the thing. They could go back and do it.
No, they can't.
Fucked it up.
They did Black Widow. They
That
could go
means
back and do
nothing.
it. I'm just saying, they could go back and do something if they decided they wanted to.
How much do you know of the world?
I don't. I'm just saying.
World Breaker Hulk is my favorite fucking Hulk.
I don't
Have you read the Immortal?
Immortal.
Immortal Hulk is sort of the latest stories of the Incredible Hulk.
I haven't been in the comics for a while.
There is Hulk. There's Dr. Banner. There's Joe Fixit.
Okay.
It's revealed that World Breaker Hulk is actually a separate personality that was a melding of Hulk and Dr. Banner.
Yep. Okay.
And then there is the Protector. There is the Immortal Hulk. They basically decided
I
that
know
they
it-
were going to end the world.
There's also the immortal Hulk Hogan. Just saying.
Other side, yeah.
Don't hit me.
I can't fucking reach you.
Toss it. Toss it. Throw it.
Either put your hand out or I throw it.
You're not going to throw it at me. I know you will, but don't throw it at me.
You won't throw it. I know you will. Please don't. Put out your hand.
Oh, you got to be quicker than that. Ah, you got my finger.
It might have just been a tap, but I got it.
All right, continue.
Where were we? Immortal Hulk, yeah. So,
Like, trying to come back, though, because, like, we can talk about Immortal Hulk later.
I so badly want to make comments. I'm just going to stop.
shut your dirty whore mouth. We're having an adult conversation right now.
Like, I wanted to see more of the action-oriented, like, Berserker Hulk.
Yeah.
Because like, even though he does have the mentality of a child, a lot of the times you're going to see that Berserker Hulk, and then they ruined the perfect opportunity to sort of keep the Berserker and then meld the fuckers together into the I'm not really like I'm strong, but like I don't think you get much stronger, and just I'm smart.
What about Call? I think is the name.
You mean Kuh?
Yeah.
what happens when the Hulk gets sad?
I thought it was supposed to be like when he gets even more raged.
No.
I thought it was
the Hulk has a Hulk, which is Claw, and that only happens when he feels extreme sadness.
That is not the storyline I thought.
Like where he looks more like a dark blackish red reptile.
Yeah. I thought it was he got like when he got to hit like a threshold of his rage that came out, and I thought it was from
this fucker, right?
Yeah.
No.
I done fucked up, A-Rod. I done fucked up. When you take a break from comics for a couple of years.
At least I'm pretty sure it's...
On that note, gentlemen, we're looking at our longest episode ever at this point. So I'm going to take the moment, wrap us up, and just get a couple things out there. We ask that you guys all like and subscribe, leave comments, leave questions. There's a lot that we left out. We are going to cover this again. There's going to be a part 2, probably a part 3 to this, but we want to hear what you have to say. So hit us with the hashtag character actor and let us know what you think. Until next time, we want to just remind you,
get that out of your mouth.